Plastic has revolutionized the creation and invention of vehicles, electronics, and packaging. Ivory was utilized during the late 1700s to the 1900s for its pigmentation, durability, and abundance. It symbolized luxury and authority for anyone who wore it. It was utilized for various purposes, including combs, artwork, keyboards, jewelry, hand fans, billiard balls, teething rings, and many other items. As billiards gained popularity, the demand for billiard balls increased. These billiard balls were assembled using ivory. Throughout the latter part of the 1700s and the 19th century, it was traded in tremendous quantities. Millions of elephants were hunted for their tusks. Other materials were also being exhausted, such as cotton, wood, and algae. The world's resources were all being depleted. A New York firm was offering $10,000 to whoever could fabricate a substitute that was inexpensive and could be made in abundance without depleting resources. An inventor named John Wesley Hyatt saw this contest and took it as inspiration to invent a replacement for ivory. This led him to creating the first synthetic polymer, although it often exploded. A polymer is a substance composed of macromolecules. Macromolecules are made up of multiple monomers, which are small molecules. Hyatt created this man-made polymer. This man-made polymer did not rely on natural resources that were being depleted by human activities constantly. It was called celluloid. This meant that instead of killing elephants for ivory, we could use this man-made polymer. Although this invention was great, it was not perfected. When Hyatt created this, it often exploded, which meant that Hyatt did not win the contest. This synthetic polymer was also not fully synthetic. It still contained some molecules found in nature. Even though it wasn't fully synthetic, it still created a foundation for the creation of new and improved synthetic polymers. In 1907, Leo Baekeland saw Wesley Hyatt's idea and decided to improve upon it. He created the first fully synthetic polymer. It was named Bakelite and was a great insulator. Not only was it a good insulator, but it was also fully man-made, heat-resistant, and durable. It was titled the material of 1,000 uses due to its flexibility and uses. With the success of Bakelite and celluloids, major chemical companies began to create their own synthetic polymers. Eventually, one company created plastic. During World War II, the need to preserve natural resources was at an all-time high. More synthetic materials were created, such as nylon and plexiglass, were becoming popular. Even after the war, plastic production continued at an all-time high. The steel used in cars, packaging, and other articles was all being replaced with plastic. Plastic proved to be an amazing material for packaging products due to its lightweight nature, ability to be shaped easily, and astounding durability. Now, almost all the products found in stores are packaged in plastic. Not only was plastic used to package, but it also employed heavily in the creation of vehicles. Many engine parts switched from steel to plastic. Bumpers, doors, and even the seats are all built with plastic. Furthermore, plastic is often used in electronics due to its amazing insulating properties. Without the use of plastic insulators, electrical goods would be dangerous, have reduced durability, and be more expensive. Shortly after the rise of plastics, concerns about it also began to arise. Plastics were found polluting the ocean, and a study on this began in the 1960s. More and more people began to disagree with the amount of plastic used.
Plastic polymers do not biodegrade.
Every day, roughly 2,000 garbage trucks full of plastic are dumped into the world's natural bodies of water. Billions of animals depend on their environment. Bears and deer need forests. Dolphins and fish rely on the ocean. Plastic may seem like a wonderful invention, but it is polluting the world's environment. Humans rely on plastic. It is used everywhere, and people use plastic products without even thinking about it. But there is a significant issue with plastic. It is not biodegradable. Most things like paper, metal, and cardboard biodegrade in less than a century because of their composition. Even glass only takes a millennium. And while people might think that is a lot of time compared to plastic, it is nothing. It takes thousands of years for plastic to degrade. And when you think of the scale of how much plastic humans are using, it does not look good for the environment.
Food in the ocean contains plastic. That means the bottom of the food web all the way to the top. The zooplankton that we find in our trawls, we can bring them right up on deck and begin dissecting them and find little pieces of plastic fishing line, bits of plastic fragments in their tissues. You can think of these plastic bits as poison pills, moving all the toxics around the marine environment. And then you've got the situation of the plastics themselves having to have additives put in them, which are not polymers, which do leach out and which become part of the metabolism of the creatures that ingest the plastic scraps. The ocean is downhill from everywhere, and this plastic is not just coming from the cities along the coast. It's coming from inland states, and all these rivers are draining into the ocean. The ocean is the final resting place for all our waste.
In conclusion, plastic has significantly changed the world in immeasurable ways, such as the way we create various vehicle parts, electronic parts, and the way items are packaged. Its ability to be molded into various shapes and forms has had a significant impact across multiple industries, making it an essential part of modern life.